night, people. Welcome to our next episode of The Garage. Um, tonight's topic is: do you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur? So, an entrepreneur is an individual who creates, organizes, and manages business or enterprise, oftentimes with the end goal of earning a profit. An entrepreneur are typically characterized by their willingness to take risks, innovate, and adapt to changing circumstances. So tonight's panel is Paul, Soji, aka Shane, aka Leakless Boss, Tony, myself, Michael. Um, so starting it off tonight, we're going to start off with Soji. Um, I could say Soji right now is running a successful plumbing business. Name of the business is
Sewer and drain.
Plumbing, Sewer and Drain.
Mm-hmm. When you say plumbing, you have to have a master plumber's license, you know.
Right.
So I do sewer and drain and pipe replacement. So when you say plumbing, and you have to advertise plumbing, you have to have a master's plumber, which is 10 years or more to get the license.
Yeah, me personally feel like, you're a master plumber because you kind of do everything, and I've seen you do it all where plumbing is concerned. So we're gonna say a successful sewer and drain and pipe replacement business.
Yeah.
Okay. So is there a right time you would say, to start a business?
All depends on the business, because every business fall in a different category, and every business go off a certain different structure. Whereas in my business, where my business would fall in that category, as in you'd have to do your background work, as in who you're trying to target, the area you're trying to target. You know what I'm saying? So if you have all of that covered already, in terms of customers and how you're gonna get customers and all of that, then you can go ahead and do your LLC or your S corp or whatever you want to do and start a business.
So you're saying the right time to start is anytime you start?
Once you do your background work, because as I said, say for instance, if it wasn't sewer and drain or plumbing, you was gonna do a restaurant or even a restaurant. Perfect example, a restaurant. When you're gonna start up a restaurant, you have to do your background work. Whereas you have to check the location, see how the foot traffic is, and then you go ahead and invest in the place, and then you go ahead, So you have to basically do your background work. So if you have your background work covered already, your background research, and if you have all of that covered, go ahead and start.
So your business, right? Speaking specifically to you, when you started your business, was it hard starting?
No, I think the hardest thing was basically the capital, in terms of getting all the equipment, the van, the jet, all the tools, the camera, the snakes, all different snakes, and then you have small tools. So the biggest thing for me was the capital. When start out, I invest almost right now. With everything we have right now, remember that's the problem. I'm close to like 100 G's or more than 100 G's in equipment and tools we have.
Okay. So Paul.
But hold on a second. You said LLC. You said LLC. Explain what LLC is to most people because they don't understand.
Well, me personally, I don't have an LLC. I have a S corporation.
Okay.
So basically, LLC is a limited liability company, right? So going forward, like the LLC is we live in America, so people like to say, "Oh, your responsibility. Are you responsible?" So the LLC or S corporation or whichever your business, the business is basically protecting you from your customers at the same time you're making a profit. You know what I'm saying? And you're paying your taxes. So that's basically, to me, that's basically what it is in terms of like your limited or your S corporation in terms of the S corporation would have go bigger in terms of like hiring people. But say you want a single man show, like me personally, you know, it would have good to start out with a LLC. But I think over the years, especially during COVID, a lot of people kind of the perfect word for use expound upon the LLC, and the government kind of come down with a whole heap of stipulations and rules and regulation when it comes down to the LLC. So, you know, now you have to be more careful.
Okay.
That's good.
So Paul, well, currently no, I know you don't run your own business, but have you ever?
Well, I was more of a silent partner in the business. And it started off good, but what happened is, and what I realized is that it went under because I didn't put the pen to the paper. And when you're dealing with people that have other interests, self-interest, and not really worrying about taking responsibility and making the business grow, it tends to go under. But it could have worked. And then I guess at the time COVID came in and that caused a problem too.
So, so a silent partner is what? Like just an investor, you invest capital.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so no time.
Not really. I felt that the business was good. It could have made money, but when one person is not taking a role, and my part in the business was more of an investor.
So, Tony.
Yes, sir.
So what do you think about the silent partner?
Well, being a silent
Idea.
partner, we have a lot of silent partner here
Right.
in this world today.
No, I'm saying, do you think it's like a good approach to
It all depends on the type of business you're approaching. You know, because some people they like to stay behind the scene, while some like to be on the forefront.
are you like that type of investor?
Well, me more up on the forefront.
Yeah, so you're a hands-on,
Yeah,
hands-on
active.
approach.
You see it? Yeah, madam kind of businessman. They don't want to be an active businessman.
Okay.
More want to know everything about the business that I'm in. More want to can do everything. Just in case somebody take a day off or a sick leave or whatever, me can fill in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you really think about being a silent partner in a business?
Silent partners are always good because perfect example again, like my business. You know, if I had a silent partner whereas in I could save my capital and they would invest,
That would work for you.
that would work for me because, you know, it would save, I would have my money in the bank right now. So
And that's the problem with being a silent partner, because sometimes people, what I realize is where you have nothing to lose, you understand, people will more or less use your money and save their money. And they don't go into it as serious as if it was their money. You understand?
Yeah, I feel like it's a balance where a silent partner is concerned, because one is putting up the capital, one puts out
labor.
effort, energy.
The work
You know?
ethic, everything else.
Yeah, so I think it's a balance, and both is needed. Because me personally don't feel like you should do everything yourself, and if you can, you should not.
Should not.
You know, because it's a lot. So back to you, Shane. Have you ever felt like quitting?
Yeah, me personally over the years, I venture in a whole heap of different business, and even after I would say after I left Rotor, I started in the tractor trailer business where I was driving for somebody and I was looking to invest in my own and getting my own truck. But when I look at
It's
the
a lot
labor
involved.
and the time you gotta put and the effort you gotta put in driving back and forth, going out state to state. It's a lot. So when you think of it, but then again too, even if you was gonna say you was gonna have a silent partner who was gonna invest with you, you would still have to put in that hard labor.
The
You know what I'm
time.
saying? And the time. So yeah, even for me in the plumbing, after I would say probably my first 2 years when I started in the game, yeah, I was like, nah, this is too much work. You know what I'm saying? And when we look upon it and compare what I do to what other people do and what they make on a daily rate and a weekly rate and what I make on a daily and a weekly rate, I was like, nah.
Well, you say you don't envy them after that, right?
No.
When I-
And you have
when
to
I-
have a passion to it.
Yeah, and then again, too, as I say, you have to have a passion
Yeah.
about what I do because in idea when you go a customer house and them toilet full of stool, you know what I'm saying, and the customer say, "Oh my God, my toilet." So your heart have to be strong, and you have to have a passion for the game, you know what I'm saying. So, but in terms of the benefits of what I do and what other people do, nah, at this stage of my life right now, I'm not really envy people. What I can do going forward is that my plan to expand on a business in terms of like employing people and make it kind of easier upon myself.
Yeah. And as I said before, I personally feel like you should not do everything yourself, and if you can, you should not. Right?
One of the reasons why I feel also you have to know the people who you go into. For me, it was family. I went into business with family. If it was friends, I don't think I know it would have done better. But I went in there trusting, well, I know this person and so on and so forth, and I misjudge. Okay, they had ulterior motive, and it went under because of that. Because when there's no leadership, no one taking responsibility, and you feel that it can go a certain way and it don't go a certain way, there's a problem. Me, I'm more of a teacher. My talent lies in teaching. Tractor trailer, I know about that. Driving, I know about that. That's one of the businesses I'm thinking about going into. More of opening up a driving school, helping people, pass their driving exam, driving. I'm good at stuff like that. I'm more of a motivator.
Yeah. So me personally believe that as a silent investor, you have to be pragmatic, pessimistic, as in you have to be open-minded towards unfavorable outcomes, right? Because you just invest in money. Anyone can invest money, but for like Shane, right? He's investing time, energy, you know. That's wear and tear on the body, right? I mean, it's just capital. I mean, it may stress you out to lose funds. I mean, losing funds is not. It's not. It's not fun, but I mean, you don't really put that much in when you just invest capital as a silent investor. So I think you should be open-minded to losing funds or losing capital whenever you invest as a silent investor.
But you would lose if you put the pen to the paper, and that's what it is. You understand? I think when people feel that they can just walk away from something, they will walk away from it. But when you have just as much to lose, trust me, you will try harder.
Nothing so Paulie. It's
You
all
don't
about
think so?
it's all about the stipulations because I work for a company before I started doing my own thing. I worked for them for 3 years, and the way how for them things set up is that they don't lose. So they employ you, right, and they train you. When they train you at a minimum wage or basic rate of pay. After that, you work by a percentage, and you get like out of 100%, you get like 23%. So 23% out of 100%, they take in majority of the profit. When they fire you, right? We set up.
But they're not losing. That's the thing
They're
about
not
it.
losing.
They're not
But-
losing. That's
but-
exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you have other say for instance, you was going to open a restaurant, right? And you say you're going 50-50 with your partner, and the business fail, you lose.
But that's different. But when you put up most of the money, you understand what I'm saying? Things on the a person idea that they're serious about what they're doing, and when times get hard, they just walk away. Okay, that's not being serious. You understand?
Yeah. So
Actually not-
yeah, continue.
Yeah, and they just walk away. That could be a problem. When you have to have honesty.
Yeah,
See what I'm saying to you?
but you see, an idea is, I think a lot of people fall short, is that.
Trusting.
Yeah, and then people don't do the proper,
Trust issues are a big thing
Yeah.
in business.
and
Yeah.
then people don't do the proper paperwork.
That's what I'm talking about.
Because when you do the proper paperwork, and you have your partners, you don't really find it that hard, and because you already know what you invest, you know what you're expecting. So when there's paperwork, say for a perfect example, we're going to the tractor trailer business. Say you're a driver, right? And I am the owner of the company, right? For whichever reason, me and you have a disagreement, right? You decide to part the trucker road, right? And leave the load. You leave the load, how much hundreds of thousands of goods left on the roadside.
Much customer unhappy.
If you do the proper paperwork, right? There's no way that driver can leave your load on the road.
Exactly. That's what I'm
You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about.
But when you have your friend,
Mm-hmm.
and your friend your friend just walk out when you check it, your insurance get hit.
Well, the thing about that, you have to treat your friend like business. Okay,
Yeah,
you can't look at him as a friend when you're doing business.
Right.
That's what I've learned from doing business. You see what I'm saying to you?
Don't mix business with friendship.
Yeah, but you a lot of people don't know how to separate the two. And when I went into it, I have a different mindset. I will go back into it again. I have a different approach. It ain't gonna be no trusting or no word of mouth thing.
Yeah,
You have to put things on paper, and you have to make them.
Even though you invest capital,
Yeah.
the business fail.
But that's a different situation. We ain't talking about a business failing. We talk about just straight out neglect. You understand?
It's not just neglect. 'Cause a business can fail for several reasons. It can be failure of equipment. It can be failure of labor force,
Creativity.
Okay.
People
but
being
stick a pin.
overwhelmed.
Wait, stick a
Sometimes
pin.
people overwhelm and
Wait.
business
Stick a
fail,
pin. You said for you it's equipment, right? So say you have all the things in place. You have everything what you need. You have the customer. You have everything going your way. Why should it fail?
It can be business management.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Because if you're dealing with people that don't have the same mindset as you and don't take things seriously
Yeah,
as
but
you,
sometime in a part.
you have to know the people in which you go into.
Exactly, and then again, to have people in every aspect of the business, it's good to even though you have your own opinion and you can do your own research, but at some point in time, you have to spend money to make money. So when you talk about like the accounting part, you talk about the media part, you talk about the it can be the labor force. You have to get different people and put different people in place, and sometimes people who you think say, yo, them really have the cover, they don't have it covered.
Right. Now, in another case, there, you need people with
Experience.
experience on certain. You need people with education background, a certain position in business, like an accounting part, you don't just get up and use your friend or your mother or your sister or your wife or your girlfriend.
I mean,
You get somebody with professional,
Well,
someone
hold
professional
on.
like an
So
accountant.
let me ask you a question. What if the person go to school for innovative business?
That means
Hold on. You talk about education, right?
Mhm.
Go to school for innovation business. Graduate, have the masters and everything. That doesn't necessarily mean that they
Well,
qualified.
Well,
Because
if
people
you
always
if you
talk
hire
about
someone
from-
like that and they're inside of your business and they're doing different stuff or not making sure that they're doing their job, then you replace that person with someone else.
Well, that was the problem. You understand? I would approach it differently now, but that was the problem. Why it failed.
Yeah,
Everything was in place.
So let me ask you a question. Were you emotionally invested in that business? Or just capital invested?
Kind of both. Capital, emotional. You know what I'm saying? Because it was more like family. It could have went far, but they wasn't as serious as I was.
So let me ask you again. Did you just, for example, we're gonna use Soji. So put Soji in the place of your family member, right? Did you just say, hey, Soji, here you go, here's $50,000, $100,000. Invest it in your business. What was it?
The business already set up. You understand? It was running. It went, I would say, they say most business will be successful or fail within 5 years. It was a 5-year period or something like that. As soon as the money came, it went somewhere else. You understand? So it wasn't because location was right, everything was there, but there was no leadership in a sense.
So you didn't know that from the jump, from the start?
I figured, to tell you the truth, I figured that it could have worked. You understand? But it was deception.
Explain.
Deception meaning saying one thing and doing another.
I mean, if it's a family member, you should know their habits, both good and bad.
Sometimes you're not gonna know old person. If I can look on a perfect example. Look on the music industry. Most artists, most of the time, who them tend to hire as a manager, them friend or somebody from the family. And when you check it out, after 4 or 5 years, they realize that them bankrupt. Them not the money in the account.
Yeah.
Everything missing.
I mean,
So-
we're not gonna blame the accountants. If you have bad spending habit, you will go broke.
But sometimes,
Athletes,
I know you.
artists, huh?
But
Sometimes
sometimes I
it's
know
not
you.
you.
Yeah, but out of 10, like 3 times, 3 times, 2 times.
No, I'm like, out of 10, would I say maybe 50-50? Whereas in the music industry where people give people were close to them position, and after like 4 or 5 years, them find out say, yo, them dead broke.
So give us an example of someone.
Perfect example was
It's a couple of people.
I think it was Whitney. Who was Whitney's
Yeah, it was Whitney. I
was
remember.
our mother or our friend?
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, several
but it was
artists.
Whitney, and it was also the talk show host. What's his name again? Families. What them do? Family Feud. I think he had a similar situation like
Steve
that.
Harvey?
Too. Yeah, Steve Harvey had a
Yeah,
similar.
you have several people out there where them make them friend or them relative become them manager. Even players.
All
Look
right.
how much NFL players, basketball players, tennis players. Look, them
All right, stick a
friend.
pin. Let's go fictional. What do you call it? The boxer, Sylvester Stallone. You remember in the movie, he made his brother-in-law invest,
Let's
and that
stick
could
to
be
non-fictional
no,
No,
but
no.
that can happen too.
Yeah, but that's a movie though.
Yeah,
So
but real life,
imitate
it's real
art.
life.
Life imitate art.
Yeah, but it's real life.
Yeah.
Guys, you have so much artists out there. You have so much people out there. I perfectly. I look. We could go. Even how much people were there. It's not on a broader estate like that for say, yo, it's a business, but it's some form of business. You the America right now, and you trust your family and for build your house at Jamaica. And when we go down there,
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm gonna send you a picture and I say, yeah man, steel I put up,
Yep.
black I put up. And when you fly down, I think say, yo, we are going to this mansion here. When you go down there and spot alone, you see.
Yeah.
And when you go and call you here, you reach your voicemail box off.
no, I have
thing.
heard those stories
Yeah.
for real.
Who we see it in the real
So
life?
me personally experience things like that before,
I
right?
have one like that too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell
so-
you a true story. Go on.
So I started a beauty supply business. I was trying to open I opened a beauty supply store in Jamaica, right? So I met this Korean guy, and he owned a beauty supply store, and the guy just had a lot of respect for me, based on the conversations that we had. So he was willing to help me open a beauty supply store as long as it wasn't close to his, right? And I told him, I'm interested in opening a beauty supply store, but it will be in Jamaica, being a foreign country, right?
Mhm.
And he supported it. He helped me. I contacted one of my family members, and I told him, hey, I got this backing from a Korean man
That's a
who is
good
willing to
backing,
help
too.
me to open a beauty supply store. Because here in America, you can't really buy or purchase certain products
They
that you need
monopolize it.
for a beauty supply store if you're not like Korean, right?
That's a
You
fact.
can, but it's very limited, and you won't get like a good price, right?
Right.
Certain distributors only distribute to Korean stores or Korean business owners, right? Right. So anyway, I pack like a bunch of barrel, pay human here, spritz all them beauty supply stuff, right? Send it to Jamaica and
What I'm doing weird.
no, when it reach wharf, right? The shipping port, we call it
Mm,
wharf.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
The shipping port in Jamaica. The family member went there. Like I would say to the family member, when you go there, ask for Tony. It's the hookup. You go to Tony, and Tony will give you a discount and clearing or receiving the barrels, right? Or the products or the container. And she just went in and spoke to anyone,
Mm.
and they charge her like a hefty fee. They told her it was like, I think, $2.5 million. So she called me and she's like, oh, they said it's gonna take $2.5 million, 2.5 million Jamaican dollars. How much money is that?
At that time, that would maybe be like 2000. At that time, that would maybe be like 20,000 at the time.
20?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's say 2 million Jamaican, 20,000. Let's say 20,000 US dollars, right? And I said to her, hold on. I'm going to pick the money off the money tree in the back of the yard and call you back, okay?
Mm.
Because I specifically told you to go and ask for Tony, and you did not. So anyway, I thought about it because I was gonna leave it there now. At that point I was like, this is crazy. I told you to do something, and you did the opposite, and we're gonna be charged a lot of money. But anyway, I spoke to the Korean guy, and he encouraged me to pay the fee, the 20,000 US dollars or the 2.5 whatever Jamaican dollars, right? And when the family member got the products, they they would tell me, yeah, it's they like it. The girls them love to hear them, and they're requesting the 16-inch and them call it the go-go ear. So they tell like bit, them call it the go-go ear, right? A go-go in Jamaica is what, like a stripper,
Yeah.
a stripper ear.
It's the same
So-
term up here.
Anyway, I would call like Tony, and say, Tony, go check on so and so store, see how it's doing. And Tony would report back to me saying, yeah, man, the girls them like it, man. Girls them love to hear them, and people them a buy. But I would hear like a different story from the family member. I would hear a different story, and that's like, it's depressing, Like, I'm here trying to build something, and it's like they're not on the same page, because here's this belief, when you're in America, the money come easy, but it's not so. Really work hard feet here.
Everybody need to come up
Yeah,
here.
man, 'cause right now, it's door
Especially
cool.
in a winter.
Yeah, man. So we really work hard for it, and as I said, and I personally experienced that like multiple times. Different friends and family members.
I have one too. There's this lady. She she met this guy, and she figured it was the love of her life. And she's opened up to him and talking about she want to open up a business. He said, me too. She said she want to open up a restaurant business. So the guy sweep her off her feet, and take her out, everything, show her the place. But here what happened now. Every time he would take her to the place that they supposed to be buying, they never went inside. So this go on for like months. You understand? So finally, he said to her, listen, go and draw the money out of the bank. I'm going to close the deal. She go draw the money out of the bank, and him tell her, wait right here. So him go inside, and
Is this a fiction or non-fictional story?
real story. So him go
You can't
inside.
tell if the story the same, That's
Yeah.
why.
So him go inside, and she outside, wait for him. So she said, shit, what the hell is going on? So she decide to push the door. When she pushed the door, you know what she see? A dead end. The man take all her money, and go away with it. I'm talking about close to like $100,000. You understand? So you might have the drive, the ambition and everything, but you see, if you don't trust, you can't really trust when it comes to business. You understand? You have to make sure that everything is on the up and up. It's not drive and motivation that makes a business go on it under. It's dishonesty a lot of time.
Alright, so yeah, go ahead, so
I wouldn't say dishonesty, Paul, but I was gonna say a lot of time in business you don't have proper structure, and when you don't have a lot of a proper structure, then people can do anything. So you fall short, and as me say, when you fall short and somebody knows you fall short, they're gonna take this advantage of your short. And you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you are running a business and you are say, oh, I'm a friend, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to do your balance and checks.
But that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but
you can have the drive, the motivation and everything, but that's not enough. You have to make sure of certain things. You know what I mean?
So question about what you just said, right? The person, they were friends or they completely stranger?
No, strangers in a sense. You meet her and, she thinks they are a man and everything.
Oh,
and,
so they were having an affair?
He met her, romance her, go out with her, wine and dine her, You
So
understand?
she believe in him, she have trust in him.
Right.
But she herself never went inside to see what the place was
No.
like.
No,
That
she didn't.
she that
She let him handle it as a man.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul. So as I'm saying, you have to take some responsibility too, right?
Of course.
You have to invest. If you're gonna take up, alright. So if I'm gonna be, we call it as a silent investor or a silent
Silent.
partner, right?
Same thing.
Alright. So what I do now versus what I used to do, because I used to buy a cell phone, right? I used to be in the transportation business. I used to buy taxis or cabs, cars, and put on the street for transportation. One of the time I like 12, 12 cars on the street in Jamaica.
Water.
Yeah. Yeah, so I had like 12 cars on the street in Jamaica running taxi, right? I think Tony, we used to do it transportation business, right?
Yeah,
Tony used to do it too.
Yeah.
Tony was more so into rental. Me, it was like taxi, right? So, and I didn't get back like a dime. And you do the maths. How much 11 cars cost? I mean, I didn't receive a dime back from that business. So, what I venture off into now is like software. You know, we're done with the hardware thing. Anything we have to do with engine, restaurant, and everything there, done with everything there. So I think your type of investing, should be like a stock market. You know, you want to look at a company like let's say Meta, right? Or Amazon. They have a system. You can do your research. And you could say, okay, I'm willing to invest my money in that and let Jeff and his team, it's not Jeff anymore, it's Andy Jesse, that's the new CEO of Amazon, or Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Meta, aka Facebook. You could say, okay, you know, this team of brilliant people, I'll invest my money there, right? And you should do your research first before you invest. But you can't invest money and the business fail and you're going to blame someone else. Because investments are risky, you know. The only thing you're guaranteed when you invest in a business is that the business is going to fail. That's the only thing you're guaranteed.
But in certain instant,
Well,
it's not because of that.
well, for
Everything's-
me, when me start my rental business back home in Jamaica, right? The failure of my business was the bad road. That was my failure within the business that I did back home. You know? So when me sell my car them, because of that issue there, because the thing is, whenever me rent my car for like a week or two or whenever, when me get back my car, me have
Mash
to,
up.
me have to use the money
To fix it back.
plus me have to go in my pocket and put more money to give to mechanic and for buy parts and all of that. So that's where, but like now, me here said the road fix and someone go test it for myself to see how the water stay. Then we can venture back into a business like a rental car or a taxi.
Well, I ain't gonna do no business being a silent partner anymore. Anything that I do is gonna be hands-on. You understand that? I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm doing more research. The silent business, silent partner, no, not gonna work for me again.
Yeah, man. You have to do your research before you make any form of investment. And,
That's why we don't say from the get go at the beginning.
Yeah.
You have to do your background check. You have to find out where you get yourself involved into. You know, a lot of people, even in my line of work, a lot of people start out and them fail. You know, you see people go, then buy van, buy tools, you know, buy all these things, and when them check it out, them not get no work. Work not come in as how them expect it to come in. You know what I'm saying? The marketing not up there like that. So after like probably 2 months, 3 months, you see them close down, you see them a sell everything. You know, them do the background work, them not, you know, you have to do your background work before you get to any business.
I mean, in any business, as I just Shane, background work should be top tier, you know, because at the end of the day, when you do your maths and your checkup and your evaluation and everything, you want it to be profitable, you know.
Mhm.
So for me, that's a plus right there.
Yes, unless it's a non-profit business.
Unless it's a
Like
Right.
church, you know.
Yeah, man. A serious thing, Paul. Yeah, you like being an entrepreneur is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. Cause you have slow season, you know, right, or slow time. And you have to know how to deal with that. Like you have to know how to deal with anxiety. You have to know how to deal with depression. It takes a lot to run a business. It's not as easy as how, you know, people make it seems. You know, everyone saying that, oh, I want to run my own business. I want to work for my. It's not easy. If you don't work, you don't eat.
The part that them not understand.
I understand that.
There's a lot of perks to having a 9 to 5, you know, and a lot of benefits to having a 9 to 5, and that works best for some people. Getting a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. Or in Jamaica,
It's reliable.
government worker get paid once a month. Why I mean I know them do it, but
They in Jamaica, them cut Jesus the pattern.
That's
Them wicked,
unbelievable,
yo,
man.
fuck. One
yeah,
month.
yeah,
Remember them
that's
days,
some
you know,
real
dog?
discipline, you know.
You remember them days, see, man. Them days, Jesus
You have to
Christ.
get $1 million a month to be
Yeah, $1 million.
million.
Where
$1
that,
million.
Which Jamaican
Jamaica,
million?
you have to say Jamaica.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
down.
yeah, Jamaica, right?
Yeah,
And
not
you
up,
get paid $150,000 a month. What that can do? Oh, yeah, go survive.
That you survive
Anyway,
off of?
yeah,
And them time they
but
not
people
even
do it,
get
you
so
know.
much.
Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong,
them
people
can
do
do
it.
it.
They
Never
have
get
no
so-
choice but to
You
do
never
it.
da get that.
That's serious discipline, though. Like,
Yeah.
That
I don't know.
Cause me personally, you know, back then, when me I say, yo, me I work. And me I say, me I work them time, me I work probably like 90 or 80 grand them time there for the month.
Convert that into US dollars.
So it'd be probably about $700, $600 somewhere there. So
$600 a month.
yeah,
Yeah.
about that. Cause them time the US was what, about 123.
Nah, man. Back in them time, the
Come
US like
closer.
to be like maybe like $80, $70.
Yeah,
Back
so,
in them time, man.
yeah, so you had to about $600-$700 for 1 month.
That rough.
Mhm.
to
And then you
pay
go
all
so
the-
boom, you pay your bills amount of that, you know. And when you go so boom, you remember say you have to go back and work for the next 30 days and or 31 days, you know. Understand? And you have to talk about gas. You have to talk about food. In the first 2 weeks when you look, every soldier go home every night. You see when it start touch in the 20th, anytime after the 20th. You know, see the soldier got through gate, man. Every soldier line up by a canteen and you eat army food. Yeah. So, you know, you have to, as I say,
I mean, I think you should always have a side hustle, though. Even if you're doing a 9 to 5, because I do a 9 to 5 and I also have my own business. But I think you should have a second, third, fourth source of income.
I believe in that.
Like my Virgin always say, Shane always say, everyday money are the best money.
cash flow, man.
Everyday money are the best money.
So
So
come
you
in every
should
day.
have multiple source of income because anything can happen, you know.
Like they say, you have to prepare for a rainy day. But what if it rained 3 days in a row? Supposed to be prepared for that too.
Mhm.
You understand?
Yep.
That's preparation. Yep.
Yeah, man. So Paul, um, what do you think would work best for you? Like a software business or like a hardware business? So like hardware, you know, Apple sell Apple phone, Apple Watch, EarPods, um, etc. Right? And you have Microsoft, which is strictly
Software.
software.
Whichever one make the most.
No, but what do you think would work best for you? Cause it's like you like to just invest your capital, but you don't really like to do the work.
Well, tell you the truth, I don't know right now. I think teaching is more my line of work. You understand? Teaching a man how to drive, like you say. I'm more of a teacher. My skill line lies in teaching. Right now, I just work. You know what I mean? I'm about to retire.
So you
And
want to be an instructor then?
yeah,
Okay.
I'm more of an instructor. I can teach any. If I learn something, no matter what it is, I can teach you. Even if you're stubborn, you know, I'm very patient. I've helped people pass that. Certain man say, "Boy, I don't know how you do it." You know.
All right. So Shane, this question is steered towards you. Um, how do you promote? How do you promote your business?
Well, as for right now, as for right now, well, for the past year or so, I have structured myself in a way where I say most of my customers really come from
Word of mouth.
not necessarily word of mouth, but people that are in the field.
Okay.
And the reason why I really structure my business like that because I've been in the field so long.
Okay.
But I also have my Google, right? I also have my Instagram, my social media that I need to do some work on. But I use other companies like companies that do distribution for plumbing jobs. So I pay them like sometime for the week I pay them like $500-600 and they will send me calls.
Right.
They guaranteed
That's
me
smart.
like
That's smart.
guarantee me like 5, 6, 7, 8 jobs per day.
Right.
So
That's nice.
So what? All right. So what form of promotion or advertisement bring you the most customers?
Uh, I would say for now, I would say right now where I'm at right now, I would say my surrounding because I've structured myself in my field, whereas in people that in the field when they have not even when they get overburdened, but when they have a vast amount of work, they share the
Yeah.
work with me.
Good.
So
That's good.
sometimes people have like 3, 4 jobs for the day, then pass on to likewise me share it. So most of my income right now, I'd say
Networking.
it come from networking, people in the circle.
All right. So
That's
stick up
good.
in. So people out there, viewers, if you want to participate in the conversation, please call 718-690-8063. So that's 718-690-8063. Yeah. So what do you think about advertising on social media?
Yeah, advertising I do have my TikTok set up. I do have my Instagram set up, but as I said, they need a work. For the 20 New Year coming, I think that's why I'm gonna pump some serious money into social media and my Google in terms of advertisement. 'Cause you can pay Google for advertisement, you can pay TikTok for advertisement. So I'll pump some work into pump some money into that and hopefully we can get some result. As if we get the result we expect, then we can look forward for hire some people, maybe 20 get him in the business. So you
Yes,
know,
I get the hands dirty.
get your hands dirty. So you know, go already.
Yes, people. So for all your plumbing needs, our drain sewage.
For all your sewer and drains and pipe replacement, call 646-705-8939. Me myself, Mr. White, senior technician.
And because some people think that plumbing, you fix sinks, stuff like that.
Anything.
Explain yourself because
Anything
some,
that
so
run water.
right.
So we
because
go
some-
from. So we,
explain it.
well, most of my aim right now is in the sewer and drain aspect of the plumbing right now. So I do water heaters. We do the piping for the boiler. We don't specify on the electrical part of it, right? But kitchen faucet, bathroom faucet, toilet repairs,
Excuse me a second. What? So houses, stuff like that, you deal with?
commercial.
Because some people might think, say, you might be too big for them. You
No
understand?
man,
It's all
small
inclusive, man. Residential,
and commercial.
So you hear that? No job too small.
No job too small and no job
They're
too big.
Okay.
No?
Exactly.
Yep.
No matter
Let
how
'em
big
know,
the-
let 'em
no
know.
matter how big the job is, leakless drain and sewer
Yeah.
can complete it.
And I know him is a good, honest, reliable, dependable youth. Very, very, very professional. And that's what you need nowadays.
Like just this evening, he got a call. I was right there when he got the call. And in less than 3 minutes, him took off.
Hmm
Yeah.
That's why we're missing more time on the show.
Customer service. You know.
24/7.
Customer service is top tier when you're in a
24/7.
business.
From the app, me have close off time from the app at like 8 o'clock. But other than from that, if once you call come in and me up my gun.
Yeah, available.
Yep.
So,
Gone.
viewers, if you need him right now, give him a call.
Yeah.
What's the number?
646-705-8939.
Leakless.
And if you call, we'll right there on time.
Exactly.
Because I think the time that we're living in now is wonderful where advertisement is concerned because of social media.
Yeah.
You know, you could just put your business out there on social media and like millions of people all over the world, views it, and see your business. So I think it's easier. No, we live in an advanced technological society. So it's easy to advertise your business. Yeah. 20. So you say you're considering going back or venturing back into transportation?
Yes. The reason why, because the road settings right now in my area is up to par. Like now we have highway. We never have highway before. We have up here them called a freeway, or 95 or 90, I-90, interstate, whatever. Now we have that back home. So to get from one section to a different section, it's easy. So you won't have to be a drop in a pothole, fender messed up, bearings,
Well, if you won't have to invest so much back in the vehicle,
Right,
so you can save more.
exactly.
So how do you go about advertising that type of business?
Social media, as I said, and friends. Friend, tell a friend to tell a friend, and you share it as well.
By word of mouth.
Just like leakless. We share leakless.
True.
Yeah?
Yeah,
So that's
well,
how.
we're obligated to share leakless,
Yeah, exactly.
So that's different.
So when I say Tony's rental cars
disagree.
out, so you have to share it.
Yeah, but that's
Wait,
your business gonna be in a foreign country.
wait. I disagree. We're not
Doesn't matter where the
obligated,
business is, you know.
but I'm going to tell you why. The only reason why I
No matter
endorse
where the
him,
business
he's dependable and reliable. This is not obligation in my eye. He's
Yeah,
dependable.
but what we are talking about right now is cars, rental, and auto share business. And you must say, your business is gonna be in a foreign country. No, it doesn't matter where the business at.
No, you miss.
Social media,
Go ahead, talk.
share your business. It's worldwide. It's global. Everybody fly go Jamaica.
But
And you need a car if
Hold
you
on.
go drive around
Hold
Jamaica.
on. You know,
Right?
you misunderstood what he was saying. He said that we are obligated to endorse
Leakless.
leakless, and I say I disagree.
Okay.
Okay,
Why do you
Not-
disagree?
No,
I'm not
when
obligated
him
to do it. I do it because I feel that he's dependable and reliable. You understand? that's the reason why I do it.
no,
Okay.
in our platform, the whole
Yeah.
of we are brother.
But but you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
too.
man.
Yeah,
understand
I
what you're
understand what you're
Yeah,
saying, Paul. I know
that's-
what you're
that's
saying.
it.
Yeah. Mike understand what you're saying,
My
In the
next-
transportation business right now, even in Jamaica, because I'm also in the transportation business down there right now.
Yeah.
And
This world
Alright,
is
so,
built on
um,
transportation.
Real quick,
Jaden.
we checking out the chats. So, big up all of my co-worker them. Ralph, big up yourself. Ishmael. Shout out to Ishmael and Ralph. Jaden. So Jaden said, where business is concerned, first you will need to identify your target market. Because you can't just, I agree with him, you can't just advertise to everybody, right?
yeah,
For example,
but comes back to what I said earlier, Mike, in terms of when you're going to start a business, you have to do your background work. After do your background work, because you have to know your audience, where you're going to target. You're going to know, if perfect example, if you're going to know, if say for instance you're going to a transportation business, you're going to know which route, understand, are active at a certain time. Perfect example, now look at Uber. When it comes on to peak hour, in terms of peak hour start from anywhere from 6:30 to 9 o'clock. When you go on the Uber app right now, between those times, the prices are sky high. And then the peak hour again is anywhere from 4 to 6:30.
Availability.
It's just like how you're gonna open a restaurant. You're gonna open a restaurant.
Transportation is a must because
Yeah,
at
but-
the end of the day, and everybody drive. And when you do a transportation business, it's good to invent something when nobody not have, or do something where somebody else not have. Like down in Jamaica now, as per example, most of the bus them have like Wi-Fi right now. Certain bus now have no Wi-Fi. Certain people now go up on the bus there. Them might use something for win customer.
Yeah,
You understand?
that
So you have to come with something where somebody not have.
And I asked the question, how do you go about being creative in your field, like your type of business, transportation, car rental?
Luxury.
Right. Just come up with something where somebody else not have. For instance, them have here Wish. Yeah, it's alright. Now come up with some markets. Something flashy and luxury, but you can get maybe just like maybe a little higher price range because it's luxury. So you want to make more money and you want your car keep renting. I remember now you have the good road.
No, you said
So
you
your vehicle now go wear and tear as the other one before because the road is bad. Now the road good. And that was your worried, the road.
but getting a market is not something new. Most people who rent cars in Jamaica rent markets.
no, but I think the point where Tony are trying to make is that say for instance,
Remember what you just asked, you asked what me that do to make it more profitable or more uplift, right?
No, you said you have to come with something new.
yeah,
So I'm asking, like, when you say new, like what is new?
All right. Remember me that have Tida before.
Oh, you mean okay, I understand.
change up the vehicle.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I
and
understand.
Corolla car.
Okay.
No, you're upgrade now because
Oh,
you have good road.
okay.
You can go Benz and Beamer if you want. You have the
Sprinter.
good road. Your shocks now go leak out in less than a week or two. So you have more time for your car make money and come in with revenue.
So when you
And
do,
that's why when you come in off share the business online. Facebook,
so let me ask you a question.
right now big struggle going to Jamaica, you need rental car.
True.
Yeah.
So you
And listen, you see, this time of year at Jamaica,
Mm.
you cannot get rental car from airport. Everything booked out already.
Mm.
You come down and you can't even get a car. You have to jump in a cab.
So you the one gonna do
So-
most of the driving?
No, mama live abroad. Business there, yeah.
Okay. Now I understand what you're saying. You
No,
have
he,
to
he
find
does car
somebody-
rental. So when you rent a
okay.
car, the individual who rents a car drive the car.
Yeah, the car come at the airport,
Versus-
pick you up. Let me have my people there
But you
from-
have
from
different type
bring
of.
it come at the
yeah,
airport.
yeah.
You
pick
can
you
have
up.
chauffeur too.
Even that, yeah. Cause me the chauffeur Jamaica, already,
Yeah.
with my own car.
And
And foreigners.
I think in order for something like
all
that,
over.
you have to find reliable drivers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I will more go into like what you say, chauffeur.
Yeah, 'cause even
Instead-
my business right now
Yeah.
it's kind of chauffeur. Well, it's
'Cause
a
the
chauffeur
rent-
business I have right now, even though it's a taxi business, because I don't rent out,
As a rental,
but I
kinda-
provide a taxi service.
Yeah, so Shane is who's known as a serial entrepreneur, right? He does plumbing, he does transportation, food, you name it. You know, so what you doing. I mean, you want to share with us some of the businesses that you're invested in?
We basically we dip on top of everything right now, man. We just get our hands, guy. You know,
Everyday money.
everyday money. That's we work on the cash flow. So even the other day, me and my mother have a discussion about purchasing a different property right now, and we are look on Ochireas. We want to drop in at the field of getting in the Airbnb business. The tourists is a very important thing when it comes down to Jamaica. People need places to stay, and people need motor vehicle for move up and down. So we already in the transportation area. Now we are trying to venture in the real estate. I talk about land. Even a couple days ago, couple months ago, I did purchase a piece of property down there. Some sea view, some beachfront. You know what I'm saying? So we are get there. We are get there. We
Yeah,
are get
so real estate.
real estate.
Yeah. I strongly advise people to invest in like real estate and stocks.
Yeah.
So
And
me personally, right? Or if you're in America, I would say New York to be specific. You should, when your first house, right? Your first home purchase should be a multi-family and not a single family. I mean, if you're rich, you don't want to deal with no tenants and thing like that, no problem. But multi-family, right?
If you're in the business to make cash flow
Right.
and save your money.
Guys, as I said before, you can, even if you can do it by yourself, you should not do it by yourself. Guys, anything can happen. When Paul said the rain will fall, what?
3 days.
3 days in a row, right?
Yeah.
So if you purchase a single family home and you lose your job for whatever reason, right? Whether it may be your fault or no fault of yours, right? The mortgage needs to be paid, right?
You have to have
So-
a backup.
You need a backup, right? So if there's no backup, you're going to lose that home. It's going to go into foreclosure and you're going to lose your home. So when you do a multifamily, you could rent out 2 units, occupy one, and you don't have to really worry about paying the mortgage just in case the rain falls for how
3
long,
days.
Paul?
I'll tell you how it go. you must prepare. They say you must prepare for a rainy day. But are you prepared if it rains 3 days in a row?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Right. So I advocate for purchasing a multifamily where you could rent, and after that,
Stick up pay, a lot of people fall short, whereas when it comes down to purchasing a home, and them don't really understand the business aspect.
Correct.
And we as what I call it, the middle class,
Boy, they say rich and poor alone you have. I don't know about the middle class.
So it was the poor then. A lot of people, a lot
Like,
of
to say
folks,
middle class, I was just joking.
you know, when we talk about the middle class, you know, when them make them first purchase, them look upon it as a business aspect. So them just look upon it as purchasing a home. Really and truly, when you're from the middle class and when they say poorer society and you're looking to get in the real estate business, your first purchase should always be a multifamily. Because that way you're gonna have cash flow, and that way you'll be able to save your money when you get paid every month or every week. And then you have your tenants paying your mortgage and pay most of your bills. If you're gonna come out of pocket, it should not be nothing more than 10%.
Or less.
Or less. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of people don't really look on it at from that business.
Should always be business.
Should always be business. If quote unquote, if you have the money, right, and you decide that you're just going to buy something for you and your family, and going forward for the next 2-3 years or so, if anything should happen, you'll be able to come out of pocket and make finance all of those expenses, you know. But a lot of people don't really look at it like that. They don't really understand it from that point of view.
And you know, people must understand credit too. Credit is important.
Yeah, credit is very important. And you know, even my credit played a very important role when I started my business.
Yeah.
You know, when I started my business and I went in and I called the bank and I said to them, hey, I want to purchase this equipment. And they said to me, well, you know that your business just started and you don't have any business credit as yet, but you know what your personal credit was like, you know. And when I turned to them and said my personal credit was 750, said okay, no problem.
Here,
You know?
take anything.
So right off the bat, when my business started in the first week, you know, I got a loan for almost $50,000 to buy equipment. So you know, your credit is very important in America, even in Jamaica now. When it comes down to business, in Jamaica now, a lot of people, the banks, they're going after your credit. They want to know.
I didn't know there was an implementation of credit system in Jamaica.
Yeah,
Because
of course.
Just now when Shane was talking, I was thinking about and where you start business, you don't necessarily need credit someplace. But you know, this is America. America is a first world country where them
Credit is king.
credit is like the
King.
is the top.
Well,
Your money not even
if you have
your money not
the
even
capital,
powerful without
you
Can
know,
I ask you a question? Do most people understand credit? How credit is built? That's
No,
another thing.
no,
You understand?
no.
So this is how credit is built, according to my understanding, right? You loan me some capital, right? You loan me some capital, right?
You're talking from the bank's point of view.
Yeah.
All right.
You loan me some capital, even between me and you, right?
Yeah.
A friendship relationship where you loan me some capital, I give it back to you, paid in full in a short amount of time. Some with profit, sometime, right? Sometime with profit. So you have confidence in me to loan me more capital the second time around. The third time around, you increase the capital. So that's how credit is built. That's how credit is built, right?
Okay, but
Yeah,
let
from
me
the
show you
bank's point of
something.
view.
Huh?
Okay, but let me show you something, right? A lot of people feel that if they pay something off, that's building credit. But here where they go wrong a lot of times. When the bank lend you money on the 18th,
Yeah.
right? They want it on the 18th. That's how you build good credit.
Yeah.
You understand? If say, let's use a small figure, say 5 cents, right? The bank lend you 5 cents every month. On the 18th, they say they want the 5 cents. If you pay back 2 on the 18th, and then like on the 28th, you pay back 3, in your mind, you're saying to yourself, but wait, we pay off everything. But you know them thing, they mash up your credit.
Yeah, because
And a lot of people don't
so
understand
that is still building credit in about is what kind of credit you're building bad credit.
Yeah.
So you don't want that. You want good credit.
Yeah.
So
So hold on. That's what I'm trying to show you in a sense that most people feel that by paying something off, you're building your credit.
Yeah,
In
that's
order
how you
for-
build
in order-
credit, of course.
But in order to build your credit, you have to pay it off, and you have to pay it off also
on time.
on time.
Yeah,
So
that's
that's important.
building good credit.
Exactly.
But you can also have bad credit, whereas in you pay it off still, but you pay it off whenever you feel like.
Yeah, but your credit rate.
So your credit gonna decrease, but you're
Right.
still gonna have credit. You're gonna still have a credit history.
You have credit issue. But if you want good credit,
If you
and
want
this-
good credit
or
history,
excellent credit, and this is what you have to enforce a lot of time with people. You have to pay it off on time. That's how you get good credit. Not
history.
just credit.
Right. Yeah, so I remember the first time I actually used credit, right? I always had credit cards, but I always paid everything off in cash. So my first home purchase, the lender said to me, why should we lend you close to $1 million, right? And we don't see no history of you buying a phone on credit. Something as small as a phone, right? A phone is what, like $1,000,
Yeah.
$1,200. And I said, well, I don't have bad credit though.
Yeah.
You don't care about that.
Eh,
You don't care about that.
You
don't care about that.
You know, the same thing. Remember when I went to BMW and I said to BMW, oh, I'm here to make a purchase. And they said, well, your credit is like. I said, my credit is 700. You know what I'm saying? So when I told him that my credit was 700, right? The guy said to me, say he's gonna do a credit check. So when he did that credit check, he was like, yeah, your credit is 700, but you don't have no history. I said, what do you mean by I don't have any history? Man said, yeah, you have 700 credit, but you don't have no history. We don't have no history. We don't see you buying anything. We don't
Same
see
here, yeah.
you know, so we didn't have any history. So there are a lot of things whereas in we as our peers, we need to teach our youths them that.
Exactly.
And one of the best ways I think, and you know, I've seen the upper society do it is what they do is that what they do, they take out a credit card in their name and they give it to their kids once they reach like 15, 16 years old, and they put a limit on it. So they put like a $300 or a $400 limit on it, and they give it to them and say, okay, this is your spending money for the month, and the parents in return will pay that off for them, right? So by the time they reach the age of 20, 21, they already have a credit history long from here to Gunnell Road, and it's already established.
But you know what we black people do? Our credit get mashed up. So you take out the kids and mash up for them credit, you know, which is not right.
Yeah, a
I
lot of
wouldn't-
people
I
do
wouldn't
that.
say black
People do it.
don't
So,
say
yeah,
that.
it happens.
People
Come
on
on,
our
let's
world
keep
do
it
it.
real. You may not do it. I may not do it. Soji may not do it, right? But you have a lot of
People, just
So
say
you say the
people.
pie chart is big on
huh?
what are the pie chart is big on the black side.
I ain't
Be
gonna-
true.
I ain't
I
gonna
never
point-
did.
yeah.
I never did the statistics on that.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know. I know people in general.
I said in general.
Yeah, so they asked me like, yo, why should we lend you close to $1 million? And you know, we don't see where you had like any credit history of purchasing like a small, not even a car. I never purchased on credit,
Always cash.
always cash, right? So my first car purchase, right? You go BMW, I go Mercedes, you know, like Mercedes, right? I understand that when you have good credit, because this time I already had the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that was on my credit, and that, you know,
Boost your
increased
credit.
the credit score,
Mhm.
right? when I went to Mercedes, they're like, "Wow, you have like excellent credit."
Mm-hmm.
You know, they were trying. I was trying to buy like a GLE 53, 43 at the time, GLE 43, and they were trying to sell me a GT 63S. That was what our G wagon. So
Around 200,000.
yeah, they were trying to sell me
250,000.
something way more expensive, you know, because they're like, yo, you have excellent credit, you
Immaculate
could take
credit.
out
Something better.
something better, you know?
Yeah.
No,
You know, like
you
this
must
is
know your limit,
faster.
even if yeah. But I
Yeah, right,
understand
right.
still.
But what's also important is you get a good interest rate whenever you have good credit
Mm-hmm.
and you're doing a purchase. So even though you have good credit and you have to pay attention to the interest rate and so forth.
I'm paid off on time.
Right,
The
right.
due date, if you want to build good credit.
And not even a do that too. I can teach you a trick.
I teach. That's what we
All
hear.
right. So you see, your credit card, I think is what your statement date. So
You talk
if you
about
want your credit to
early.
yeah, so you pay it early. You
Right.
pay it on your statement date, and then you make another payment on your due date, and then your
Yeah.
credit will go sky high.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
But that's still talking about paying it off early.
Yeah,
still,
so if you pay it off early, it's good enough.
Yeah.
But if you really want your credit for boost,
due date,
pay by your statement date
statement date.
and by your due date.
Right.
So your credit go sky high.
Yeah. I was start as you use it, you pay it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my dad actually taught me that, you know, that if you purchase underwear, you could pay it tomorrow, you pay it tomorrow.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. And
But a
that's
lot
how,
of people don't understand that. That's the reason why I brought up the topic, because each one teach one.
right.
You understand? Because a lot of people feel like, oh, me pay it off. No, that's the catch. You gotta pay it, like you say, the statement date
And your due date.
and the due date. Remember that, audience.
Yes. Tony, quiet man.
No.
Share some business ideas with us.
I
man.
mean, listen. Not because this me just keep quiet, listen.
Tell them say silent
But-
river run deep.
But at the end of the day, you know, we're up on a podcast, we have to share our thoughts
Mhm.
and our ideas. You know, but my idea with business now, it comes where my business prospect means an action man. More say, you know.
Mhm.
But when it come on to a skill now, for me,
Come close.
and that overtake that me feel like me have to go back to school because type of business I made an adventure in right now is electrical.
Yeah,
know,
you never too old to learn.
So
I believe
me
in
now,
that.
but I have to go back to school to get that up to par. Because me want the license, the American license. Me actually right now me have a level 2 certificate in electrical installation from Jamaica. But me I like to pursue that in America, so me know so me have to go over. Maybe over Queens or upstate or Connecticut, forget it.
I
Level
think-
me want it.
I think they have school BOCES.
Yeah, they
Well,
have
they
school.
have
They
school, man.
they have
They have a
one
lot
in
of school.
White Plains. They have one.
Yeah, you don't have to go so far. Trust me.
South Bronx. Them have
You
a
understand?
couple places all over the cut where you can go
Yeah.
and go expump on that Tony.
You just have
Well, me look into it, you know.
Mm.
Don't get me wrong, me look into it, I do.
Mhm.
But the one that me see would that be more
Suitable.
profitable or suitable to what me want to do the one over Queens.
All right, that's good then.
Right. So back to you, Paul, right? I know you like the silent invest philosophy idea, right?
No, I used to.
You used to, you don't anymore.
I'm
I
taking
mean,
a
you
break
could still
on
do
that.
it, you know. As I
No,
said, you know,
yeah, but I'm gonna be a more hands-on thing. I have an idea what I want to do is invention, and I'm working on it. Certain patterns. You understand? And when it goes through, you guys will know.
Alright, so since we're talking about investment, right? Jaden said there's what different type of vehicles to invest in, like there's different type of things that you could invest in. Alright, so what I've discovered after all the failed investments that I've made, right? Right? And most of them I take responsibilities for the outcome. Um, I mean, you at some point you got some advice from someone saying that hey, this is, and it's good to listen to people's opinion,
Mhm.
and it's good to listen to critics too. Um, for example, when I opened the wholesale food wholesale in Jamaica, right? Um, downtown Kingston. My dad said to me, my dad said to me, son, do not invest in a wholesale food business in Jamaica. You're gonna get robbed. They're gonna rob you, right? They're gonna steal from you. I'm like, yeah, that's what I want to do, Dad. Yada yada yada, whatever.
Mhm.
But all the equipments, rent somewhere, bought a cold room, yada yada yada. Start the business, right? Because I move really fast at business. If I'm like passionate about something, or excited about it, I move really fast at it. Especially if I have the capital, right?
You just jump in and figure it out.
Right. I do it like sex, you just
But be safe about it though.
yes. So so one of the things that I discovered, right, was in Jamaica, like the playing field was not leveled, right? Like certain people were able to import um, certain products and others were not. Or certain items and others were not. Like for example, chicken back. Chicken back. Um, I wasn't able to import chicken back from overseas, but other people were able to do that. I had to buy from a local
Distributor.
distributor or
I
boiler.
wish I knew you back then because my father was in import export back in Jamaica, and you need somebody that deals with that.
No man, I knew people. I knew people. As I said, certain people were able to import it,
Mhm.
but not others, right? So start the business. Start the business. We were making a lot of money, but we were spending a lot of money also, right? So the expense was a lot, and the income was a lot. So we're buying chicken back from Jamaica boilers. To resell it now, say we bought it for like $20, selling it back for like $22. So the Chinese man, there's a lot of Chinese people in Jamaica who do business,
I can't
and
get it.
most Chinese people in Jamaica run wholesale business. Whether it may be wholesale clothing, food, car part, you name it. Wholesale business is like Chinese business in Jamaica. So we buy the chicken back for $20, sell it back from or resell it for $22 a box, right? The Chinese man was selling it for $25. He saw that and he started selling it for 21. We started selling it back for the same price we bought it for, right? And increase the price for the tin mackerel, the ketchup, you name it, right? Guys, I guess it's the number one seller,
At the time.
right? So it pulls
Custom.
the customers, and when they're at your wholesale, they
will
just buy
it.
everything
Yeah,
else,
because
right?
it's their one-stop shop.
Right,
That's a good concept.
right. So what the Chinaman did in return, he sold it for a loss. He sold it for a loss. So he was selling it for like $18, $17. Right? But here's the way and catch to that. So the Chinese man was able to import chicken back from America. Remember, in America they don't really eat chicken back.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever
Right.
they dissect the chicken, that part of the chicken, it gets thrown out.
Not no more though.
No, they have a market
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
Caribbean.
No.
And they go to
No, but back
Haiti,
then,
Mhm.
Jamaica.
but American didn't know about that.
Huh?
We Jamaican
What?
do that.
Well, me
Chicken
a Rasta
back
man
and-
now. Me no eat chicken back. I say me burn fire pan chicken back.
Yeah.
Anyway.
but go on top.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he was able to sell it for a lower price,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a struggle for my business, because I was already selling it for a break even, right?
Mhm.
I couldn't sell it for $15. That would be crazy, right?
Get a lose.
That lose big time. So anyway, what eventually killed the business was the freezer, the walk-in freezer, right? Or the walk-in fridge. It went bad, and the majority of the capital was in the fridge, which is the meat. All different type of meat you could think of. The majority of the capital was in the fridge, and the fridge broke down and everything spoiled. And I gave up because of that reason. And in Jamaica, you get it started, right? So you have bad man start you, you know. So you're paying them because you don't want them to come and rob you. You have police start you. You're paying them to protect you because you don't want the thief to come and rob you. And you have to pay the security company, right? Which is what, like Archive, one of them security
King
companies.
Alarm, one of them things.
Yeah, King Alarm, one of them companies. So it was rough, man. It was rough. Then I called my father and I said, Daddy, you know, I should have listened to you. Hey. So after all of that now, all those field business, right? And there's nothing wrong with failing. You could that's what
So you
that's a
learn.
part of being an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
right?
so you learn.
Right.
I have a friend.
Gonna-
Hold on. I have a friend that says this all the time. He don't lose, he learn.
You learn, right, right.
You know
And
what I mean?
I took that as like a lesson, all of
Mhm.
those business. So I discovered what the stock market, right? The stock market. Someone told me about the stock market. This guy by the name of Mark Monroe. He has a show on YouTube. It's called Come Up Series. He teaches how to trade and how to invest in stock for free. If anyone collects from you to teach you how to trade, they're not making no money in trading. Let me just put that out there. Because if you're making money trading, you don't need to collect. You don't need to have a course where someone have to pay for it, right?
Well,
So
that's
anyway,
it.
my
Nice,
first trade on the stock market was, and I do option trading. That's what I do.
Mm-hmm.
Was a Microsoft, and I put $1,500 on the trade, and the $1,500 the next day turned into $4,000. Before the day end, it turned into $6,000. And the following day it turned into like $8,000. Before the day end, again it turned into $10,000. And the day after that it turned into like $14,000, right? And at that time, I couldn't believe it. Like, yo, you could make this much money this fast
Mm-hmm.
trading stock, because I've never really seen anything like this. But you know, I heard about it until I experimented with it. So it was just going up, going up. It reached 16,000 at one point. Then it started coming back down, and I sold at like $11,000, right? I'm like, wow. And I started telling all of my friends, like, yo, you guys should invest in the stock market, because I invested like $1,500 and it turned into like $1,600 $16,000 within a week.
Mm-hmm.
$16,000, right? My second trade or second investment was in a stock called Tesla. Everybody knows Tesla, right? Big up yourself, Elon. And that, it didn't go as well as the first trade, right? Tesla was getting bad press, right? Pure bad news for like about 4 or 5 months straight. The stock was going backwards. Me saying to myself, no, damn, I made this much money and and I lost it all back. Not all of it, but it was down to like $4,000. And the day after 4 months of getting bad press, Hertz, the car rental company, announced that they were going to purchase like 100,000 Tesla cars, and the stock shot up like 50%, right? And I was out of a hole and in profit the following day. Because they always wait until the market closes or before the market opens to announce good news or bad news. Because they don't want the stock market to crash. So I was in profit. I was like up like $17,000. The next day after that, it was up like a next 25%. And I was up like about $50,000. Before the week end, I was up like 125,000. And I was there saying to myself, do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I sell? Do I not sell? Do I sell? Do I not? And I'm like, yo, there's nowhere I'm gonna work and make 125,000 in a week. So let me sell. So I sold, right? And when I sold, the stock kept going up. It kept going up. So I'm beating myself saying, dang, why did I sell? Why did I sell? But anyway, the week after that, the stock started reversing. So, I felt good about that trade. So that's a next form of investing that I recommend, but I recommend doing your research and don't just buy any stock, any company, because if the stock price is cheap, that means the company is not so good. If the stock price is expensive, it doesn't mean this company is good, but they must be doing something good if the stock price is good. Yeah. So that's our next vehicle or our next investment avenue. Do anyone around the table know about the stock market? Yeah, so I have one story to tell about the stock market with Soji. Me and Soji are trade a stock. And I said to Soji, you need to have a target. Like, do you want to make $100 for the day, $500 for the day, $1,000 for the day? You need to have a target. You can't just, set it and forget it, right? So anyway, we were trading a stock and I pay attention to percentage. Like, okay, 100% of a dollar is $2, right? 50% is 50 cents or a quarter. 50 cents, right? So I was trading and I had like, a decent amount of money on the trade. And I was up like 21,000. And I said, Soji, I come out the trade, And Soji was up the same amount percentage-wise. We were up the same amount of percent, right? So Soji catch euphoria now, and I said, well, now watch it some more now. Now watch it. Now go and watch it, man. And it was going up, but I already reached my destination, so I got off the bus,
So what happened?
So
Why is Soji's story? What
why
happened?
the stock started coming down. So I said, Soji, what you do? You know, take profit. Soji said, I go and watch it, man. Why I think to this day, so just still a watch.
Hold on, go back up, Soji.
You have to cut your losses, you know. You win some and you lose some, you know. That's how it go.
Yeah. I mean, it's this. You see, where the market is concerned, certain things, certain people can't teach you, and that's being able to control greed and being disciplined.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have to have a target. You have to say
Remember, say French Montana tell you, French Montana say him lose, him lose
5 million.
$5 million in him sleep.
Yeah.
$5 million. Him go in bed, a millionaire, and wake up $5 million, breakdown in tears.
You know much man jump off.
Yeah, man. Breakdown
Build
in
them because
tears,
of
man. Breakdown in tears, man. Guy in bed and wake up zero.
Yeah.
So it's stock market, you have to be careful, especially when it comes down to the options part. You have to pay a lot of, you have to, if you have like certain set goals, I understand, because you can set it, whereas in, say for instance, if the stock reaches a certain amount, it automatically take you
Take out the trade, right?
understand?
Right.
But if you leave it open and you just, that's why you have even a lot of traders. Most of the time you see a lot of traders, they have them 3-4 screen and them, they are watching them to really take break until them officially public them dip on them timeouts, or probably might put them stocks on pause and so forth. So them, you know.
I have a
So
family member do that.
So you have to pay a keen attention to it. Yeah, but the stock market is very good.
Yeah.
Once you have the time and you know your aim, you can go in there. But as Mike said, it takes a lot of discipline, you know. You have to know when to jump out and when to jump in. You know, because if you jump out too early, right, or you jump out too late, you know, yeah man, you might end up jump off, you know.
Yeah, you have to have like you have to have a target, you know. Have a set amount of how much you want to make, whether it may be percentage for the day or a dollar amount. You can't just say, you know what, man, I'm gonna put $500 and watch it go to $1 million. Even though people did that before now.
Yeah, because people have the time for watch it.
Yeah.
If you have the time to sit down and watch it, you know.
Yeah, my son-in-law do that. Yeah, for a living. Big him up.
Like he had joke. So I'm a girl at trade, right? And I don't know, she was in some trade. She was just luck. Overnight the trade was up a lot. You know, like double our money. So, you know, to me I'm more experienced where it's concerned. Cause you know, like what goes up will come down, right? And when it goes up real fast, it comes down by real fast. So I said, you're not gonna take profit. He's like, no. I say, you're not gonna, oh man, watch it. I watch it like Soji, you know? Listen, take out some money. Can't tell her nothing now. Boy, you see when it reverse, appear cry.
Crying.
Yeah. But I mean, with anything, you know, where trading is concerned, it's risky, just like any other business.
Yeah, man. Every business. 'Cause right now, you know, sometimes
risky, very risky.
even the restaurant business, them tell us that most restaurants fail within the first year. You know, a lot of plumbing business, them tell us that most plumbing business they fail within the first year.
Yeah, if it
You know?
lasts 5 years.
If it
or
lasts
more,
5 years or more,
it's gonna
then
succeed.
you look into expand and succeed.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So, but and when it comes down to business overall, it's very risky. And I would say, when you're thinking about business, not everybody the business is not cut out for everybody.
Yeah,
Takes a
it's
lot
not
of discipline.
for everyone, for real.
You know, whether you're gonna be a silent partner, whether you're gonna be hands-on, you know, it takes a lot of discipline. You know, when you're gonna open your business, you have to do your background work. You have to find out where your target audience. You know, you have to whether it's gonna be a one-man show, whether you're gonna have employees. You know, when you know, so when you're gonna have employees, you know, you have to set up your business a certain way. You're gonna need cameras. You're gonna need this. You're gonna need that. You know, you have to make sure so you can pay these people. You know, because in idea people are gonna start depending on you for feed them family. So when it comes down to business overall, it's good and bad. It takes discipline and it takes time.
Yeah, that's one of the businesses that I'm mostly afraid of. like restaurant business.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually worked in a restaurant business for like a certain amount of years, right? 4 years or so, right? And I just came to America. So I want to thank Sean and Marcia, Jackie and Neil. Big up on yourself.
Yeah,
Conrad. Those are Golden Cross franchisee or owners. Gold Star Restaurant and Smoky Island Grill. Big up on yourself. So I think those business owners are successful restaurant owners, and I commend them. But it's hard work.
Dedication,
Yeah,
time.
it's hard work. Man.
Dedication,
not
time.
easy.
Getting the right formula, getting the right chef, getting the right workers, promotion, in terms of redesigning the restaurant. From creativity, marketing. From Gold Star probably design like 4 times,
Yeah, man. Golden Cross
constantly. Every year, every 2 year, look for change the design, target audience. You try to add more to the menu. You try to change the steam table. You try to do this. You try to do that. You try to add more restaurants. When it comes down to technology, I try to create add more ways to collect payment. So it's a whole ball game.
Same thing to adapt.
Same thing it's one during the plumbing game. It's all about how you gonna promote yourself, where you gonna use your advertisement. How you can get more customers, where you gonna get a 60% discount, you gonna do this, you gonna do that. One of my things for the new year going forward, right now we're gonna try to go free camera inspection, So we might charge X amount for the jet service and we might add the camera inspection in there for free, So so the hydrojetting system is where you use a high pressure water system, right? High pressure water system to clean the sewer line, right? Well, after when you finish cleaning the sewer line, you're gonna need an inspection, which is you're gonna use a camera. Normally we charge separate. Cause the camera alone you're talking about a almost $20,000 piece of tool that you're gonna use for free. So when you think about that, you're gonna say, oh shit, I paid almost $20,000 for this piece of tool, but I'm gonna use it for free for a customer. But then again, you have to figure out ways and means how you're gonna bring in more revenue. Whereas in when you come in the camera inspection, now you can talk about you can add like either have like a monthly service or every 3 months or every 6 months or whatever. All depends if it's a business or residential. When you're talking about residential, you talk about 6 months to a year. So you can tell the customer, okay, if your line is like this, right? Say for instance the line, you can show them. Say for instance the line is back pitch, the line have roots, this, that, where you can say, okay, every 6 months we're gonna come in, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's
so it's all about business and how you can improve your service.
I like that.
I know you can go forward.
And I bet you most people don't have that as far as their business is concerned. Camera system and all of that.
In the game right now is becoming more prominent now for a lot of people to have it.
But
Yeah.
they're not
Yeah, but when
they're
you
not
think
there like you, which is a good thing.
yeah, that is true because as I said, it's expensive. Because when you're gonna think about purchasing an equipment for almost $20,000.
Yeah, so you advance. I like that.
Yeah, man. Remember
So
me and the G Tony, the major Soji, what I always say, we're going to open a restaurant, And we'll find a restaurant, right? Find a restaurant. I tell you, so we reason about the restaurant. So much reason. Till we talk ourselves out and get in the restaurant.
We'll look at all the pros and cons.
The location was...
The location
wasn't
just never
right.
had cut it. But at the same time, even though the location never had cut it, we could have taken it and do something different. But the risk was so much, you know what I'm saying, at the time.
And the timing was
Me
brutal.
personally,
We know say you love to cook, so
No, it wasn't
your
even about the
passion,
cooking
yeah.
or it's just
that
the
would have
risk.
yeah.
And at the time, me couldn't take a hit. You know, fire lad couldn't take a hit.
Yeah.
Because every time we just a come off a big hit or we just take some big hit.
Yeah.
You know, cause we in the business field. So at the time we just couldn't take a big hit. And
my,
you know?
my investment there, so would that be the chef?
Yeah, because we know for a fact so we already have a chef. Right.
We had a lot of chefs. That wasn't the issue.
Our biggest concern would I say the risk when it come on to that, would I say. Yeah, because at the time we just couldn't take no L at that time there.
Yeah,
No
I
L.
think in a situation like that you have to be recognized already, you know, so anywhere you go crowd follow you.
Yeah, you see, if a person like they have a name already, then them could have run the risk as well as into due to the fact that we just like a start out and we never have a name in the
You
restaurant.
want to there someone like on White Plains Road where the train station there.
So you know, say you have the foot traffic, you have the schoolers, you have the people that come from work, people that go work. So you know, say people that come looking, people hungry. But that location wasn't giving that vibe. That location was more suitable for people who were driving. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, the risk was so high for us at the time. And they wanted upfront money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was too much of a risk. That wasn't you know sure of success, you know. But it was too much of a risk. And I mean, it could have been a good risk too, but it could have been a very bad risk.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. And as we were saying, we just come off. We couldn't afford to take a next.
If you invest in that one, the Terati, you know, go good for you, boy. I mean, have a drop down there and cry like a kid.
Exactly. We don't want that.
Yeah, we talk ourselves out of that investment.
We actually have a group talk tonight. We last a couple hours till the chat just backfire. You know, people keep just dropping out.
We couldn't manage that because we see so much people do it already. When it comes on to especially where it comes on to the restaurant business, we see so much. So we have seen so much people fail at the restaurant business. You know, start out good, looking good, and then when you check it out, them not the traffic. You know, them not nobody are come in, nobody not purchase them food. You know what I'm saying? And you just take a hit,
Yeah,
you know?
it's rough. You could give a business your all and more,
and
you know, still not get rewarded.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, one thing is sure in business, and that's failure. You know, that's sure. And if it's one thing that I know, is that I know nothing. You know, so yeah.
You have to always have an open mind, you know, always willing to learn, always willing to take advice from other people, learn from other people's mistakes, and try to just always put your best foot forward, you know. Sometimes even I might feel, sometimes I call up the elders, them, and me and them have a reason, and me and them have a talk, and I tell them, say, yo, go on, I don't like how this a work for me, and them I say, all right, you watch, you know, one of my, what I did, me a reason with one of my brethren, and I said to me, say, you know, him realize I'm like, uptown, I'm like Westchester, White Plains, and you know, up north. I must say, yo, try out for the city. You know, the city, but for me the city is so compact. No parking. You have to always double park, you have to always deal with tickets, you have to always, you know what I'm saying? You know, when you're in a city, you have to have your cone, you have to put out your cone because people are so stupid. You know, people work and them sisters I work here and if you don't put out your cone and then least good thing them drop them, I'm gonna say, oh, you made me drop. Look, 911, ambulance, lawsuit. Yeah. So that's one of my thing right now. You know, even I like to look like a game changer. Cause you know you go man and you have a lot of restaurants. In them, you know, so them need like most of those restaurants, them are cook, them are this, them are that. Them drain need for clean at least 2-3 times to the year. So
drainage.
You know, they drain and mess up, so you know, them drain need for clean. So that's money for me, but at the same time, the risk for going to the city. Now they might try to bring in toll for your pay going to the city. So all of those things where you have to talk, say, yo, you have to go in the city, you have to really factor them in, have them into
see if it's worth it.
And see if it's really worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, so viewers, we're coming to the end of our episode. We want to thank you guys out there. Please like and subscribe to the channel, The Garage. One word, The Garage Studio. Like and subscribe.
Yes.
So I want to thank the panel. I want to thank Paul, Shane, Tony,
And Mike,
and myself, Michael.
there's two
Thank
mic-
you.
two mics.
And we have to big up the
our
man behind the
executive
scene,
producer,
Mike, the
Michael.
man behind the-
Michael
Porter.
Porter.
Big up yourself, Michael
Right.
man
Porter, all
behind
the
the camera,
time.
you know.
Yeah.
Man behind the scene.
And we trying to do positive
The
thing.
brain,
You understand? So like and subscribe so we can keep on bringing.
Yeah, and please
Don't forget
tune
to
in
ring the
next
nos-
week. Next week it's gonna be late. We the topic for next week is why women cheat. Cause me wanna know why women cheat,
Yeah, the big
You
bad
wanna know why
topic.
women cheat, don't?
Yeah.
Big
Clarify
bad
that.
topic.
So please tune in next week.
And the female, they're gonna be here to tell you
Next
why
week
them
topic
cheat.
hot.
Hot
Fire.
fire.
Alright.
Because
Scotch bonnet.
we was on the fire
Yeah, man. Let it
the
go.
week before. Why what? Man.
Interesting topic,
All right.
Big up.